right now, right here, we are officially recording. So anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law.
In the court of Oh So Fresh's office.
We are now in contempt.
I was born in contempt. Wait, no, that's all wrong. It's all
You were
wrong.
born in Kentucky. Van-tucky.
Better than Alabama. They marry cousins down there.
Well, at least your doctor had teeth.
Yeah. Or was that my dentist? It's fucking weird.
They probably have 4 between them.
Yeah. This is the Hype Podcast. I'm the host of No Name.
I am DJ Oh So Fresh, and I gotta ask God, dear Lord, I moved from Africa. Why did you bring the heat over here with me? I mean, my people left Africa. Let's not talk about the reasons, because the reasons ain't all that good. But the heat was supposed to stay over there, because it is hotter than the Sahara right now.
Dude, that's your question? If God was like, Oh So Fresh, you have one question to ask thy, that would be your fucking question?
Dear Lord, why did the heat follow me? Dear Lord, why did he follow me?
That's a more reasonable question
I'm
than
a black
mine.
man that likes to live in the shade.
My question would be, Lord, why do people masturbate at work? That's a legitimate question. Is that unreasonable?
I think my question's a little bit better than yours if I want to ask God shit like that.
That's why I said yours is more reasonable.
Because why am I going to ask God something like that?
But why? See,
why? I mean, first I got to ask why a motherfucker would do that. I mean, a shout out to you if you can get away with it. But I got to ask, why would a motherfucker even do that? Like, wait, what struck you that you felt like that was just a necessary answer right here?
like you're just at work and you're like, oh, been a little hot and bothered right now. I better go take care of some business. If you know what I'm saying?
Just go rub one out.
Yeah. Or vice versa.
I work at a place, we got unisex bathrooms. I mean, you can handle that shit. I don't know. It just doesn't cross my mind. I didn't think about it till you said something. Like, I go to work to work, not to work one out.
Yeah. No, and don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about like sex at work. Like you get a little office romance going on.
Sex work is that's illegal. No, but masturbating at work,
yeah,
that's selfish.
Yeah.
At least sex at work would be a project between you and a coworker.
Yeah, exactly. Is that a power grab? You know what I mean? Like you're just like, I fucking own this place.
Yeah, I don't know, because I've never been there. It has never ever crossed my mind. You hear about motherfuckers doing shit like that. It has never ever crossed my mind. Like let's just get one off at work.
Yeah. Now, and so I remember back in the day at the radio station when we all used to work there. You remember how they had that camera in the studio?
Yeah.
That it would go off at 11 p.m. Well, if you remember an unnamed colleague, we'll call him George, just to be safe.
I don't even remember that guy's name. I know who you're talking about. Little wigger ass dude from New York. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. So he
had a fine little girlfriend. She used to strip down the Jiggles, the 18 and over club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was in there one night, and you know how they like folded the piece of paper over the camera like after 11 and shit. And so he's in there bored off at overnights, and like little thing was off that night, and so she came in, chopped him up like right there in the studio, and he's telling me about this shit, and he's like, yeah, I forgot to fold the piece of paper down over the camera, and I was like, what time was it? He's like, oh, it was like 11:30. I was like, you good?
Now let me tell you, that was a major scandal because we came in on that Monday. And that motherfucker was gone.
Yeah. He moved. He literally moved.
No, check this out. He lived in the apartments behind the goddamn radio station. So I forgot that was like one of the biggest scandals when I first got the radio. Yeah. This motherfucker got caught fucking around in the studio with his girlfriend, and he lives next door to the station.
like you're out the door and you're 27 paces to your fucking kitchen, dude. What are you doing?
Okay, so check it out. The station, there was 2 buildings to the station. His walkway was in between the 2 buildings.
Yeah.
So he barely had to go anywhere.
Yeah, come with me on this journey, people. If you have like a little breezeway between the 2 buildings, the AM and the FM side, and there's a little place you can sit. It's almost like a meadow. You can sit, you can eat lunch outside, you can smoke a cigarette.
It's
if
a
you
garden
want.
like fucking Game of Thrones. Like if they was talking about your ass out there, you were going to die.
Yeah.
It was.
And then in the midst of this little concrete meadow where you can smoke, eat lunch, you look immediately up the hill and there's a little walking path to a fucking apartment complex. I shit you not, 27 paces to like this guy's fucking front door. And he still was like, hey girl, you want to go down to the studio with me?
His ass was a clown. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something you need to know about me and my radio career, which makes me one of the squarest radio people ever.
Oh boy.
Never got it in the studio.
Never?
Never. Ever.
Jesus. But I don't see.
See, I'm probably one of the few people that could say that, but no, I never got it in the studio. I don't think he even got it on the premises.
I don't think I did either. I don't remember.
I met girls there, but no.
Yeah. I mean, I brought girls there, so because we all used to like hang out and drink in the lounge.
There's one little dude. There's one little dude. He brought girls there from the club.
I remember his face. I don't remember his name.
This dude fucked around and would take the girls into the sales department. And had no idea. I think the cleaning crew caught him because I think the cleaning crew is what kept me honest. So what's you got news, right? Because
I do.
You got a job.
I do. And it's okay. I got a real
is there
job.
masturbating involved with this job?
Not yet. I haven't started yet. So, I'm on the fence. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm on the fence. It could happen. It could not happen. I'm not really sure yet. I know I only have to go into the office 3 days a week, so I got to be very strategic if I decide to, christen this new office.
That's
with
less
my
opportunities. Yeah. I'm not that type of guy, but I would say that's less opportunities for you.
Yeah. But check it out. They give me a key. They give me a key to this office.
But that's a gateway drug to choking yourself while you're masturbating. That's a gateway drug.
Rest in peace, Robin Williams.
If you catch a motherfucker doing that work, the next thing he's going to be doing is fucking choking himself while he's doing it. So help him out. It is a gateway drug. You know the warning signs.
Listen, I'm not going to self-asphyxiate myself in the office with my pants down.
Hey, and that's a public service announcement from Oh So Fresh. just letting you know.
Yeah, so I will be back every week to do the Hype Podcast. So the Hype Podcast is officially back every motherfucking week, bitches. And then, I only get to go to the office 3 days a week. Other times, I don't even have to put on pants.
How's this office thing going to work? Are you going to be able to assimilate? Because you've been out the office for a while.
Dude, I don't know. I've spent the last week trying to figure out which guy I am, right? Am I the water cooler guy? Am I fucking Swaggy McSwaggerson? Am I the Office Blues guy? Or am I that motherfucker nobody really knows what he does?
Well, let's break it down. I mean, let's break it down. So there's the water cooler guy.
Yeah.
The water cooler guy is the guy who always has time to talk.
Yeah. The gossip king or queen.
No, he doesn't even have to gossip. He just has nothing to fucking do. It's a guy that'll pin you down at the water cooler for 15 minutes.
Yeah, like he shows up to work and you're just losing 15 minutes of productivity.
There's the water cooler guy. I mean, just like Rob Snyder used to play on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
he's just hanging out by the copy machine like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, no
hey,
big deal.
Did you catch the game?
Yeah.
I did. Did you? No, but I heard it was good.
Yeah, right.
But that's the way it works. But then with that guy, you seriously like, well, you buy the water cooler when I go to break. You buy the water cooler when I go to lunch. You're by the water cooler when I go home.
Yeah, right. And him and Swaggy McSwaggerson are always like at each other because Swaggy McSwaggerson's always got something new to talk about.
I'm just saying, maybe the water coolers guy, his job is to keep the water cool, because that would make more goddamn sense than just seeing a motherfucker hang around there. Now,
and by cool, you mean awesome,
just awesome,
not even chill.
Hey, but he changes the bottle anytime it comes up.
Yeah, right.
Now the Swaggy guy, that's different. That's Mr. I got a new boat.
I got a new boat. Hey, check out my new fucking Armani dress shoes, like that motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, really, why don't you just wear the price tag on the motherfuckers?
Well, and on top of that, can you please take your nutsack off my shoulder when you're talking to me? I don't need you to stand that close.
Yeah, because the Swaggy guy is always a close talker. Yeah. And I'm sitting down at my desk and your nuts are next to my head.
And he's always got too much cologne on and shit.
Yeah, I mean, do you wear Brute cologne on your balls? Because they're real close to my head. And I just Fabergé keeps fucking repeating in my head.
Now, wait, let me ask you, because I have been out of the office environment for a while. What is the cologne and jewelry etiquette, right? Because I normally wear like a sport watch or something, just to...
I wear my watch, my iPhone watch with the flashy band on it, and then for me, no, I usually do button ups. And when I was timed up for me to go into the office, got on Amazon, ordered me like 6-7 pairs of fucking Docker looking ass pants, and said, let's call it a fucking day.
Right. No, but like, what's cologne protocol? Because normally, like, you're getting ready to go out, right?
I don't know what cologne protocol is.
You do the full squirt if you're going out, right? But to me, in the office, no more than half, no more than like just a quick. And you're good.
And, you know what? I think in my office they got tired of my cologne because I was just, it's not. You get used to it. I remember there was one place I was going to work, and the lady said my cologne made her sick. She didn't like my cologne.
Dude, see, that's fucking Madam Moody Blues at the office. I guarantee it. There's always one.
It's just I'm broke right now. I can't stop wearing. I can't.
That's back when you was wearing that Stetson.
I think I was wearing Michael Jordan, like 10 years too late. Hey, shout out to my friend James because you still wear your car. Let me tell you something real quick about cologne. Cologne does not smell the same years later.
No, it doesn't.
Like your car does not smell the way it did in the 90s.
No.
I don't know if your taste changed, you get used to it or whatever.
It ages like a fine wine that's not fine. It's some of it's terrible. Like that LeBron James cologne, the I Am King or whatever that came out.
I've never had that.
I never had it either, and I found it in a fucking cupboard.
How dare you have that man all over your body?
No, I found it in a cupboard once, and I remember smelling it like at the store when it first came out, right? And then I found it in my cupboard. I never bought it. So it must have been like a gift or something, whatever. Yeah, sure. But yeah.
That is the murder weapon. That is the knife. OJ is innocent. Oh my God. I never bought a knife before. Yeah, right. I never been to LA.
Yeah. like bet you live on Rodeo.
I never went to a restaurant and found glasses.
No, but like you mentioned, fucking Madam Moody Blues at the office, right? She's always got a problem with something, like whether it's too much cologne.
It starts with cologne.
Yeah, it
starts with cologne. If there's nothing wrong at the office, then there's some epic story that needs to be told about her life, and don't get pinned between her and water cooler guy.
Or that's your whole day right there.
Yeah. And because her and water cooler guy can converse.
Yeah.
Now her and Swaggy McSwaggerson. You and him got to sit there and just listen to whatever the fuck you got to say.
And Swaggy McSwaggerson's trying to fucking jump in anywhere he can be like, oh yeah, but check out these fucking Argyle socks.
I mean, sometimes you're looking at the bitch like, how many epic tales happened in your life?
Yeah, right? Like this was only one weekend. What have you been doing?
So you lost the kids, you got the kids back, and then the kids got on drugs, and you got the kids back. And
all in 72 hours.
How many times can your kids get on drugs?
Yeah. And dude, so who are you in the office? Are you the dude that nobody knows what he really does? Like you just sit off in the corner to yourself and people.
That is kind of me. Like I really like I do video shit and I do shit that nobody really sees. Yeah. And it's like it's like Chandler Bing on Friends. Like that dude does stuff. Now every once in a while they'll bling out and I'll put out some videos and they'll be hot or something.
Sure,
but for extended period, there won't be shit from it.
Yeah, it's like Oh So Fresh goes into fucking hibernation. Then 2 months later, it's like, what do you even do here? And you're like, Domino, motherfucker.
2 months later, and I'm dropping you a 1 minute video. But
that shit is crisp and clean as fuck.
But I've worked with motherfuckers like that. You'll be in a meeting with them. Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit more apparent. But I've worked with people like, I have no idea what the fuck you do here, especially when you work at a big office.
But yet they're the most critical part of the team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're in every meeting with you.
Every meeting. No matter what department, they're there.
And have great input on the meeting. Yeah. But I have no idea what the fuck you do here.
And you don't see them before or after the meeting, just in the fucking meeting, and they're always off doing something.
And then they just pass through the office.
Yeah, on the phone, like maybe talking to fucking Joseph R. Biden.
Jim's in a sales call in New York. Whatever the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, right. Oh, no, sorry. Jim's on with Tokyo right now. He's busy. My bad.
So I'm fucking around the office. I really, one thing we do have, some people have, in the offices I've seen, are books. Like around their desk.
The motherfuckers that leave books on their desk and shit. Or better yet, they line up their fucking, basically like, trophy bookshelf behind them for a Zoom meeting or some shit.
It's cool that you read Lord of the Rings. I'm excited that you read Lord of the Rings.
Can you explain to me how the Tale of Two Kings fucking helps you with your job?
I mean, honest to God, truth. Like, is there a designated reading time during the course of the day where you can examine this full fucking library you got going on here?
No, I mean, you remember that scene from the movie Dodgeball where Ben Stiller, he's playing White Goodman, and he's like, Michelle, give me 30 seconds and then send her in. And he like fucking grabs a dictionary, runs upstairs, and starts like pretending he's reading it on the way down. And he's like, oh, Kate, I didn't know you were coming by. She's like, you asked me to come here. It's like those motherfuckers.
It ain't that bad.
Yeah. No, actually,
but also like you get like on Zoom calls, like when people have like bookshelves behind them,
right? Yeah.
I mean, it's supposed to be implied that you read that book.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, does having a book imply that you read it?
I don't know, because I have a shit ton of books that I have and I haven't read yet.
I have a shit ton of books on Audible that I have not read yet. When you got an Audible backup, that's like having a bend in your dick. I mean, it wants to get there, but fuck, something keeps stopping it.
No, you know it's even worse?
What?
Motherfuckers that have magazines. You remember magazines?
You know, the only good magazines are the highlights at the doctor's office. So at least I can circle some shit.
No, yeah. Have you ever been to a motherfucker's house where they have like magazines like you're in a fucking doctor waiting room?
The only reason
I don't trust those.
The only reason to have a living room table growing up was for magazines.
Right. Yeah.
People don't even have those anymore.
You grew up in the 80s though. That's fine. It's the fucking internet now.
Yeah,
everything. Like you just said Audible. You have a digital fucking library of books.
Like, yeah, everybody had a fucking coffee table. Yeah, you had your magazines on there and whatever. They had coffee table books that you would get.
Who's reading that shit? Who's reading that?
You buy this $100 Time Life coffee table book and let all the kids come over and fuck it up because only people that touch the fucking coffee table are fucking kids.
Yeah, right.
But it is a trip because you walked in and you dropped a magazine on my table.
I did, and I have a confession. It wasn't really for you. I just didn't want it in my car.
So let me tell you what this motherfucker did. He walks into my house and he drops. It's just so arrogant. Let me get some applause ready. Chronic magazine. Motherfucker, I was insulted by the fact if you're gonna bring a magazine in my house, I'm cool with a magazine. It's reading material. Maybe you need to take a shit. Whatever the fuck you gotta do. But for you to bring Chronic magazine in my house, I could smoke it, eat it, have it laying around the house, but motherfucker, I don't read about it. When's the last time you seen a crackhead reading about drugs? You just do drugs. You don't write articles about them. Oh, hey, this is a magazine dedicated to somebody with a similar drug addiction to mine. Hey, where's Heroin magazine? Smackdown. Smackdown magazine. What the fuck do you talk about in a marijuana magazine? What do I have in common with Tommy Chong? He's on the cover of this shit. What do I have in common with Tommy Chong except for the fact that I have partaken in marijuana before?
Well, you guys are basically twins, first of all. Okay, you both have some gray hair. You both have partaken in marijuana. You both have been in magazines.
I'm going to check out for a minute because this sounds like shit.
Would you like a magazine while you wait? No, so,
oh my God. I will fuck you up, Angela.
So let me just break down how this went. I'm at class earlier, and this young lady in my class, she actually works for like the Chronic magazine, and so she does this interview with Tommy Chong, and she was very excited. She like brought like copies of her article because they ran her article in the magazine.
That's pretty awesome.
She's like, hey, do you guys want to read it? And I wasn't gonna be like, nah, fuck your magazine.
Dude, if you got an article in a magazine, if you got a picture of you drawing a stick man in a fucking magazine, you'd be handing that motherfucker out too.
No, well, and on top of that, the lady that gave it to me, she looked a little rough. And by rough, I mean I'm not like haggard or run down. She looked like she might live in Portland right now. You know, like the rough part of Portland. See,
She was left a little bit unkept.
yeah, a little unkept. She looks like, you know, like she might fucking fight you with a razor blade in her mouth or something. You know, just you know. That
You
type
mean
of
like
shit.
the what do they call that? What they done in Portland? The Portland takeover people. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, like the fucking BLM like protester people and shit like that.
No. Oh, she like that. Oh,
She looked like that.
I
She
thought
looked
you were
a little
talking
rough.
about the bitch look homeless.
No.
She look-
She
what
look-
is-
she
hold
look a
on.
little
What's because I see a different BLM. I be seeing the BLM. Oh, well, she must be a white girl because the
No,
white girls
no,
ain't give a fuck.
no.
The sisters down there for BLM, they had their hair. They make a fucking old point.
No,
they was giving a fuck.
she's like right in between. She's
sorry.
she might be like Filipino or maybe even Mexican. That's why I didn't trust it. I was like, you got a blade somewhere, so I'm not going to turn down this.
So here's how
magazine.
Portland's working right now. Portland is out of control.
Dude, everywhere is out of control.
But Portland is out of control, and it's amazing.
I don't think amazing is the word. Dude,
It's amazing that things could get so bad
Dude,
that
didn't
the police quit.
didn't somebody just get shot on a fucking bus the other
Okay,
day?
so you know so all you environmental motherfuckers telling me to ride a bike or take the bus? Fuck, the bus ain't safe no more. Somebody got they busted a cap on Hawthorne and a motherfucker on a bus.
On the bus.
I just wanted to transfer to the number 72. Fuck.
Like I've seen I don't ride public transit like C-Tran buses and shit, but I've heard people say, yeah, like I saw a motherfucker peeing on the bus. I've seen all this shit.
See, I ain't never seen that shit. See, motherfuckers who don't ride the bus very often
Yeah,
have
no
all
thanks.
these horrible stories.
Yeah,
no. Let me tell you about the bus. The bus means fuck you. I don't got no car, fuck you. I mean, I rode the bus religiously because I didn't have shit.
Right.
No, will I ride the bus now? Fuck no. I drive a Cadillac, bitch.
Well, dude-
I look like J.R. Ewing.
Dude, you're Dude, you're not even safe in a fucking Cadillac. Did you hear about this bitch in San Francisco? Rolling around fucking high speeds in the city with an AK-47 slang out the window.
Why?
Nobody knows. She didn't even shoot anybody.
Why?
She did not even shoot anybody. Maybe TikTok.
She did not even shoot anybody. Listen to what the fuck you just said.
Yeah. No.
Well, it would have been a better story if she shot somebody.
No, it would have given it like relevance. She would have had a purpose.
I mean, for you to be driving around, hanging out the window of a car with an assault rifle,
hanging out the passenger side of your best friend's ride, trying to shoot a motherfucker. No,
That's a stretch.
Yeah.
That's a stretch. But you hanging out the passenger side of a car with an assault rifle, you don't think you think that's okay?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand. Like, you have no reason to be doing this. You didn't shoot anybody, so you're literally just like, hey, I want to go to jail.
So this is
call jail, call prison, make me a fucking dinner reservation. It's taco night.
I mean, the bologna sandwiches is hella good. Don't ask me how I know. Don't ask me how I know. But you got to be on guard because I just saw another story in New York where this lady jumps out of an SUV, puts a purse over her face, busts this chick on the doorstep, and leaves.
Was it like, what kind of purse was it?
I don't know.
Was it expensive?
It looked expensive.
She's just like putting some D&G over her
I
fucking
have no
head.
idea why she. You on tape, bitch.
Yeah.
They saw what the fuck you did.
Yeah, right.
But
No.
it's amazing to me that America's entering this period of just lawlessness.
Dude, it's out of control. And which makes me glad I don't live in fucking California and New York and shit like that. Because what do you expect? What do you expect when you fucking lock people down, you take away their fucking livelihoods, and then you tell them, oh, well, the police are going to come fucking make sure that you're doing what you're told. And the police go, we're out of here.
So here's number one. That story don't make sense because that shit didn't happen to me. Just in case you out there listening, still collecting your unemployment check, that shit didn't happen to me. What happened to me was they locked that shit down and I went and got more money. Fuck that.
No, they locked that shit down and also went to work. That's what he does.
Hey, I bought a box of masks, so I stay fresh with my mask every day. Fucking call it a day. But what I saw was everything was copacetic. Not copacetic, like a topical lotion.
See, this is why you read the dictionary, folks.
So everything was copacetic. And then all of a sudden, that Floyd thing happens.
Right.
And when the Floyd thing happens and everybody came outside,
Yeah.
and then they can't control the city, they burning down the motherfucking cities, and everybody's
shit's
backing
crazy.
off. After that, after you let people go lawless like that, it's never going back.
Well, that's my point. You tell people, oh, you got to stay in your homes, you got to do this, you got to do that, and then once they get that taste of freedom and fresh air, they're like, oh, if I'm burning shit down and shooting people, I can be outside. I'm gonna go do that.
But I don't think it was a taste of freedom. I think it was the taste of bearing the shit up. There was no people who I mean, people could still be, if it was just freedom, people could still be going to the park with their motherfucking kids right now. You could still be doing jet skis and not shooting up fucking Lloyd Center.
No, you can't though. That's my point.
You can't.
No, you can't.
You can't help yourself. Once you got out, you couldn't help yourself from shooting people on a fucking bus. I don't know.
No. My point is
that
that taste of freedom came with a price. When police, that's why police are quitting all over the U.S. That's why my buddy quit. So when all this shit was happening, right?
Okay.
All this shit in Portland was going down, like the riots. 3 months of fucking riots, right? My buddy...
Till it rained.
Till it rained.
Till it fucking rained. I just want to say, till it fucking rained. Give me...
So
you motherfuckers all bout it till it fucking started raining. God damn. Shit. I'm gonna say this. I was gonna say this real quick. And my cousin Greg said this. I didn't say this. My cousin Greg said if it was just black folks, they'd have given up in like 3 days. But the white folks got involved and they just kept it fucking going. And as you notice over time, the crowd got wider and wider.
That's the fucking problem. So
I'm gonna fight I'm gonna fight systemic racism for 3 days. And if it don't happen in 3 days, I'm just gonna go back over here and smoke a blunt, dog.
See, that's why I love black folks. They're just like, all right, we gave it a go.
We gave it a go.
No, so my buddy, he lives down in Elko, Nevada, but his mom lived in Northwest Portland, right?
Yeah.
And while all this shit was going on, he was like, he called me, and it was like 11 at night. And so I'm like, why is this guy calling me? He doesn't normally call me this late.
We don't have that type of relationship.
Right, yeah, we don't have that type of friendship, bro. So he calls me.
Meet me in the bathroom at work.
Well, he was a cop, but
I don't know how that works with cops. Yeah, you know something about cops like that? Is that why your record is clean?
Yeah, exactly. Immaculate.
I've been handcuffed but never arrested.
My neighbors know my name.
Because I don't resist.
Yeah. But this guy calls me and he says, hey, my mom lives in downtown Portland. And I was like, oh shit, like that's not good. He goes, yeah, could I trouble you to, send me a photo of you, and I'm going to send it to her and give her your name and your contact info. And if they start burning down her fucking building, can she call you and you go escort her out of Portland? I said, absolutely. Because she's elderly. My buddy's in his mid 40s. So his mom's in his, 60s or 70s. Yeah. And she's still spry for an elderly lady. And she can take care of herself.
But she ain't like Master Splinter on the Ninja Turtles.
Right, yeah.
she ain't no old motherfucker jumping up doing kung fu.
Yeah. And so imagine it started at the waterfront. And these fucking protests and riots and shit getting broken just started going up the block. So you could count it 2nd Street, 3rd Street, 4th Street, 5th, all the way up. And she lived on like 16th.
I got a friend that lived on 23rd.
Yeah.
And all this shit it's down, what? Like the furthest back is like 6th.
Yeah.
Plus probably 10 blocks up.
Right.
So, count. So let's talk about 20 blocks. They made it all the way up to 23rd to do graffiti.
Yeah. Shit's getting crazy.
Those motherfuckers were marking territory just like fucking lumberjacks. We're coming.
Well, dude.
Just the same way they mark trees before they cut them down. That's the way they went around fucking the neighborhoods and did that shit.
Remember, like that used to be gang shit. You know what I mean? Like some hardcore gang shit. Like we've been talking about the past 2 weeks. Now it's just like, oh, hey, we're gonna get a bunch of white folks that say Black Lives Matter, and they're gonna fucking spray paint houses.
Why did they stop selling spray paint? Nobody has a Swin project that they're working on at home. ain't nobody putting no chrome on their hubcaps.
No, when you lived in California, and I'm dating you a little bit here. So when you lived in California,
they didn't have cars.
Right, but they had spray paint back then. Like
spray paint, yeah.
Like graffiti used to be gang shit. Now they're just fucking like rapping and gang shit used to go hand in hand But it was innocent. It was like graffiti, fist fights. Nowadays, motherfuckers are shooting each other with purses over their face, and rappers are getting in trouble for making fucking LBGTQ AZ fucking high quality ZZ Top comments. I don't even know all the letters anymore. Do you hear about this shit?
So this dude, the baby.
Yeah.
I mean, not my favorite rapper, but I mean,
I don't even know a song that he sings.
It's all right. I don't really fuck with him, but he was at a concert. Do you have the quote?
Yeah.
Let's quote what he said here.
So
let's quote what he said here. This man said some shit.
This motherfucker literally was like, if you don't have HIV or AIDS, put your cell phone lights up in the air. So, okay. Those of you who aren't familiar, light up your cell phone, hold it up. Remember heads up, 7-Up in fucking school? Yeah.
Well, they used to do it with lighters. Now they do it with your cell phones.
Yeah.
So I would be qualified for that.
Wait.
Hold on. I would be qualified for that, so I could put my hand up.
Okay. Now there's a list.
I'm qualifying as I go.
Yeah, okay. There's a list. He says, ladies, if your pussy smells like water, put your cell phone lights in the air. Okay, so we don't qualify for that.
I don't.
I need some clarification. Baby.
But if I had a lady with me, her pussy would smell like water.
I need some clarification to baby.
Or kiwi strawberry.
Since I don't have AIDS, but I also don't have a vagina, do I put the phone back down? I'm not clear on this.
And I will tell you that if you have a pussy that you'd like to share, please have it smell like water or kiwi strawberry. I'd appreciate that.
And lastly,
Snapple type kiwi strawberry.
And lastly, he said, if you sucking an N-word, I'm not going to say N-word on the air, but he said, if you're sucking an N-word dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone light up in the air. Now, he doesn't say man or woman. He just says, if you're out doing that, fucking put your cell phone light up.
He told them they could opt in too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So and they're saying, oh, well, that's fucking homophobic. What?
But this man walks around, says misogynist shit about women.
He's a rapper.
He's a fucking rapper. He talks about rapping, killing, selling dope, all sorts of that shit. That shit is cool.
Yeah.
But don't you dare talk about LGBTQ.
And how dare you tell people that they shouldn't have AIDS?
Yeah, they totally canceled him. Talk about getting canceled. He was supposed to headline Lollapalooza.
Yeah. Right.
There's 4 or 5 dates that big dates where he was the headliner. He's the biggest rapper in the
5 shows. He got dropped from 5 shows.
And he's the biggest rapper in the country right now.
Yeah.
But as soon as he starts talking, rap is just like drugs. When it starts affecting the fucking white folks, it's a problem. We can do all the crack we wanted, but as soon as they start getting some fucking Vicodin over there, shit, there's a drug problem in America.
Just like Dave Chappelle. What do you mean it's a problem? Just say no.
On that note,
so you already know. So it's about that time to go. And just say no to drugs. Say no to, unless you like them. Unless it's recreational and you like drugs. Do you like drugs, Oh So Fresh?
If you want to be a recreational user, you can't drive a boat every day. Drugs are like boats. You gotta dock your boat for the weekend. Because you can't go out on your boat every fucking day. Because you'd be too tired to go to work. So treat your drugs like that. No matter it be the sauce, the sniff, the weed, whatever the fuck you do.
The sniff.
Whatever the fuck you do, you treat that like a boat.
You know what? Treat your job like crack cocaine. Take one hit of that shit and just start fiending for some work. Okay? Start fiending for work. Eventually, you'll get addicted to work and doing successful things.
Start sucking dick so you can go back to work again? I think so.
I mean, some people's work is sucking dick.
I mean, really, if work was like crack with people, is that why people would hang out the unemployment office? So they could accidentally get a hit of that work? Can I get some of that work? I just had some of that work. No, work ain't like motherfucking crack. Shit. I don't know what to compare work to, but there ain't no crack in work. I ain't tried crack, but I see how crack works. And crack ain't like fucking work. Ain't nobody sucking dick to get, some people to advance at work. But maybe not just to get a job. Hey, can I come back on Monday? You better suck some dick. See, no, it don't work like that. You fiend, if you're going to fiend for something, fiend to be better, fiend to strive, fiend to fucking succeed. But fiend to suck dick at work is not that good. I'm Oh So Fresh, we out of here.
You should thank the Most High and you should buy her a thank you card.
Oh, that's it.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.